Hi guys, in Module 5, I want to talk to you just briefly about one of your assignments. One of the assignments is center activities. We're going to focus on how you set up some centers. So you'll notice here you have to do 3 plans, one for dramatic play, one for a book nook, reading nook, listening center area, and one for a writing center. Make sure you're thinking age appropriate for your kiddos. Some of you guys work with toddlers, some of you work with preschoolers, so things are going to look a little differently. I thought I would toss some ideas your way. First off, when you download the template, make sure you're using the right template. You'll notice this looks different than both the phonemic awareness and the read aloud templates. This one says center opportunity description. So you're going to tell me about that center. What is it going to look like? What's it going to have in it? What's the theme? Explain the center so I can close my eyes and see it. The dialogue. Think about questions you might ask your kids or conversations you might start in that center. If it's dramatic play, think about questions and vocabulary you're going to want to use connecting to the book and the theme that you have chosen. So let's look at some ideas. I just pulled them up on the internet. So let's start here, reading center. The reading center is sometimes a place where you have retelling opportunities, that book nook. So look at this picture here. I think it's a great example of the little puppets. See those little puppets that they can do to tell the story of the little old lady who wasn't afraid of anything? Or here, very busy caterpillar. These are kid created, but you as a teacher could create these and have them in the book nook area for kids to use to retell. Here she just has simple characters out that they can play with in the bag. She's made a little cave for the bear snores on. That was a book I used earlier in writing a lesson plan for you guys as an example. And here you can actually see then the kid playing with it. So this is a great idea to include in your book nook area. Writing center. This is writing for toddlers. Look at this, a simple stencil. You've got chalkboard and chalk, simple scribbles. You've got markers and containers. So she actually walks through some of her favorite writing center materials, finger crowns, all sorts of different ideas that are very specific to toddlers. So that's kind of what I'm looking here for, is what are you thinking about for your age group? A flower shop. So for your dramatic play, if you have spring or flowers as your thematic unit, you could have a flower shop. And so see how they have signs and prices? What would be even better is an adding machine or a calculator and paper and pencils and rulers to measure. You could even have steps on how to make a bouquet to get kids thinking, all integrating literacy. I'm going to show this is a block area, which we're not doing blocks today, but I want you just to notice, look in this picture how she has books. Look how she has the shape of the blocks for where they go. And she has here, I can build, and different ideas, and there's a word and a picture with each. So you think about that of how you set up the center and how that should be described as well. All that builds in literacy. Letter recognition is shapes. It's memory of shape recognition. And so when we offer things like the shapes of where blocks go, that's teaching children to pay attention to detail. And that paying attention to detail is then emphasized when they go to memorize letters and recognize letters. Another great idea and appearance of a book nook area is, see, here you can see she's taken the book, Very Hungry Caterpillar, apart, and you can see the fruit, and there's holes there in each of the fruit where the animal is eaten. You can see that. So she has those pages up so the kids can retell those pages and stories. She has the parts of the caterpillar on the felt board up there, as well as some other books, all related to the theme. I can tell from here, they're all related to plants and spring and animals. Those are all, I see the guy for it's raining, it's snoring, planting a garden, all sorts of great books over there. So this isn't supposed to be necessarily fancy activities, but really about how you're going to set that center up for the week. How does it integrate with your theme? And what is the literacy opportunity within those centers? We started kind of easy, to be honest, because we started with the obvious literacy centers. So hopefully this isn't too challenging this week. But again, it's not about big fancy activities. It's about very doable, thoughtful, intentional ways that you're setting up that center, materials you're providing to reinforce the information in your theme and your goals started and really centered around those read alouds.